Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my fifth lesson of D2 chapter number 1 exercise 1D, that is about the inverse proportion. In this class, students will be learning and discussing intermediate level question number 7, and let's begin the class and let's read the question carefully. Question 7 says the force of repulsion F newtons between the two particles is inversely proportional to square of the distance d meters. The force is inversely proportional to square of the distance d meters. First of all, write down the formula connecting F and D. The second is when the particles are certain distance apart, the force of repulsion is 20 newtons. Find the force when the distance is halved. Let's try to understand the question. That question says that the force of repulsion F newtons is inversely proportional to the square of the distance d meters between the particles. Write down the formula connecting F and D. The first part is just asking for the formula because force is inversely proportional to what? Proportional to square of the distance d square. So F inversely proportional to 1 over d square, or F equals to k over d square. Let me write it over here. This is a formula that is connecting F with d square, k over d square. Okay, the first part is done, and the second part says when the particles are at certain distance apart, the force of repulsion is 20 newtons. For the second part, force is 20 newtons, which is given. Okay, and let the distance between the particles be x. Let the distance between particles x meters. So the relationship between F and D can take the form 20 force 20 k upon x square. Now k can take the value 20 x square equals to k, or k equals to 20 x square. Now the equation connecting can take the form F equals to 20 x square upon d square. Okay, then what we can do is that we have to find the force when distance is halved. That means that instead of d, what we are going to do, we have to replace x by 2. Distance halved, so force we do not know, 20 upon x square, distance is halved, that means x by 2 whole square. Now look, force equals to 20 x square divided by x square by 4. Now 20 x square divided by x square by 4, 20 x square, I have to take the reciprocal, multiplied by 4 over x square. This goes. So 20 multiplied by 4, which is equal to 80 newtons. 80 newtons is the force when the distance is halved. I hope you are really clear about this question. Okay, let me keep working under the camera because I hope some portion is not coming. This one. Okay, now moving to the next question. The next question says, next question is question number 8. Okay, Let me read the question first from the book. And question 8 says that for the fixed volume, the height h centimeter of the cone is inversely proportional to the square of the base radius r centimeter. Cone A has the base radius 6 centimeter and height 5 centimeter. The base radius of cone B is 3 centimeter and height of cone C is 1.25 centimeters. If all cones have the same volume, find the height of cone B and the base radius of cone C. Okay, let's try to understand the question. That the question says that for the fixed volume, height h of the cone is inversely proportional to square of the base radius r. So first of all, I hope you are clear that we have to find the relationship between height and radius for cone A. The information is given for cone A. For cone A, height of the cone is inversely proportional to square of the base radius 1 over r square. H equals to k over r square. And now what we are going to do is that height of the cone A is 5 centimeter if I'm not wrong, and the base radius is 6 square. And now you can see that we need to use the squares and cubes and cube roots frequently. So for the better understanding of the lesson and for the calculation purpose, you have to learn these all things by heart. Okay, so go for cross multiplication. 36 multiplied by 5 equals to k, or k equals to 36 times 5. 5 6 are 30, 5 3 are 15, and 3 80. Okay, so the relationship between the height and radius is h equals to 180 upon r square. This is the relationship that we are getting with the help of the information which is given in part 1. And then this first requirement of the question is height of cone B. Height of cone B. This is the requirement of question. Height of cone B. As all the cones have the same fixed volume, this is the assumption, cones have the same volume. So the relationship that we are going to use is height equals to 180 upon r square. For the cone B, we are given with the radius, so we can replace value of r, which is 3, and 3 square is 9. 180 upon 9, 9 ones are and 9 twos are. So height will be of cone B will be equal to 20 centimeter. Moving to the third requirement, which is the second unknown of the question, the base radius of cone C. Base radius of cone C. Cone C. Okay. Again, the relationship is that h equals to 180 upon r square. Height of cone C is 1.25, 180 upon r square. Go for cross multiplication. 1.25 r square equals to 180, or r square equals to 180 divided by 1.25. Again remove the decimal. Okay, at the top of 5 place 0, at the top of 2, at the top of decimal. Okay, now we have to put 1, and now we have to go for the tables. Table of 5, let me write the numbers at this place. 125 by 100, 5 twos are and 5 fives are, and 5 twos are 0s are, 5 fives are, 5 fives are, 5 fours are, and then 180 divided by 5, 5 3s are 15, 36 I hope. 5 3s are 15, 3 and 5 6 are 30. This is 36. R square equals to 36 multiplied by 4. 36 multiplied by 4, 6 4s are 24. 12 and 2 14, 144. Okay, now think about the number whose square is 144. 12 square. Okay, let me move the page little up. I hope my calculation is not coming. Okay, in camera. So please, you can see that during all lessons I'm focusing on how to perform your calculations without calculator, because most of the questions will be coming in paper 1. Now you can see that I have to remove this square. So 12 square multiplied by 1 by 2, this goes. So the radius of cone C is 12 centimeters. Moving to the next question. The next question says that if y is inversely proportional to 2x plus 1, y is inversely proportional to 2x plus 1, and difference in the values of y when x is 0.5 and x equals to 2 is 0.9. Find value of y when x is minus 0.25. Let's try to understand the question that y is inversely proportional to what? 2x plus 1, and difference in the values of y when x is equal to this and this. Difference in the values of y is 0.9. How to understand and apply this part of the question? Let's begin the solution and we'll discuss each part one by one. Because y inversely proportional to what? To 2x plus 1. Therefore, what is going to happen? Y inversely proportional to 1 over 2x plus 1, and y equals to k over 2x plus 1. Now, how to find k, the constant of variation? For that purpose, what we have to do is we have to read this part carefully. And the difference in the values of y when x equals to 0.5 and x equals to 2. So it means that we have to find two values of y first. y1, for the differentiation purpose I'm marking it as y1. So y1 I'm going to evaluate at what point? When x equals to 2. When x equals to 2, this is 2 times 2 plus 1. This is k over 4 plus 1 and k over 5. Let it be as it is. y1 and y2. y2 I will be evaluating at what point? At x equals to 0.5. K upon 2x plus 1. 2 into 0.5 plus 1. 0.5 means half. Okay, let me perform working here so that my students should not find any difficulty. Plus 1. This goes with this. K over 1 plus 1 y2, or y2 equals to k over 2. Now, difference between the values of y, so it means I have to take the difference between y1 and y2, and that difference has to be equated by what? 0.9. So y2 minus y1 will be equal to 0.9. y2 is k by 2 minus k by 5 equals to 0.9. And now what I have to do is I have to take the LCM here. This is 10. 2 5s are 5k 2 5s are and 5 2s are 0.9. This will become 3k by 10 equals to 0.9. Go for cross multiplication. 3k equals to 0.9 multiplied by 10, and this will give me 9. How? 0.9, remove the decimal, multiplied by 10, this goes, 3k equals to 9, and k equals to 9 by 3, which is equal to 3. So the k, the constant of variation, is 3, and the equation connecting will become y equals to 3 over 2x plus 1. I hope you are clear how we are finding value of k, and the second part is that we have to find y when x is minus 0.25. Again, y equals to 3 over, instead of x I am going to replace minus 0.25 plus 1. I hope 0.25. For some time, if I'm forgetting the decimal, I can take it as 25. 25 multiplied by 2 is 0.5. 0.25 multiplied by 2 minus 0.5. 3 over minus 0.5 plus 1, and this will give me 3 over 0.5. Again, remove the decimal. This is the point which is frequently coming in our working. So please, you should have good command on removing of decimal. 5 1s are and 5 2s are, and 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6. I hope you are clear about this question, and watch my lessons. Like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.